I've been sitting with this dream for a little bit, and this is not a politics dream, if that's what you're looking for. This is so interesting how the light is doing this weird thing with me. Anyway, this dream I had the day the Pope was chosen, and I had never really heard of Twilight. I had never really heard of Robert Prevost prior to becoming a pope, never seen him, etc. And so that day, someone posted him, and I went, oh, he has kind eyes. But then my brain was like, no, it's not that they're kind. They actually look a little tired or a little worried or something, right? I couldn't put my hand on it. It didn't come off as evil, lizard hunting. My bad, he's actually using the bathroom. Okay, so that night I had a dream. And you know, like everybody else, I was in my petty. I was like, we got a real Christian now to counterbalance the fake American Christianity, you know, the white evangelical bullcrap that's going on, right? So it's like now there's really two different stories. There's the guy who's woke like Jesus, and then there's these people that we call white evangelical Christians, right? So let's get to the dream. And again, like, I didn't think anything of it, just had a little fun with it, and then just went about my day. So that night, this is the dream I had, and it stuck with me. I remember every detail of it, and so that also lets me know that this is something that I'm supposed to be paying attention to. There's some kind of message in here, and maybe y'all can help me with it. And this is how the dream begins. Story time. Okay, so in the dream, I am walking up to Publix, which is a grocery store in Southeast America. And so I'm walking into Publix, and the automatic double doors open, and I see this young girl between the ages of like 4, 5, 6. Like, she's somewhere in there, maybe up to 7. Like, she's a young girl, right? And everybody in the store is walking by her, and like, it's bright, well-lit store. Y'all know Publix if you know Publix. Like, they keep their stuff clean, etc. And so she's looking up at this man who is dressed in like this white Catholic attire, like clergyman attire. I'm not Catholic. I am Christian, spiritual. I've been to Baptist churches pretty much my whole life, so we don't dress like that. So I do know of like some Catholicism stuff from watching movies and things. So I knew intuitively, at least in the dream, that this was Catholic attire. And so she says to him, as I'm approaching these double doors and they open, she says, could you please help me? And he had like this moment of kindness and was like, yes, I can. And he took her up to the office. They went through the elevator and they went up into his office. Now, again, this dream is from my point of view. And so I guess it skipped my point of view, because in this one I'm not there yet. But I see him sitting in the chair, and I see the young girl to the side, and she's like explaining whatever her story is, like she lost her mom, or something is happening, or her mom was taken. It was something that her mom's not there. And the energy of that room shifted into something nefarious. And it wasn't that he was going to assault her or anything. That's not how it shifted for me. But I also knew that he was coming to, he had thought to give her to some other man. So I don't know if this is trafficking or what it was, right? And so he closes the door, like he pushes to close the door, and the door is starting to close, and now I'm there. So it's no longer like future casting or whatever, remote viewing. I'm there. And I go, no, this is not happening. This is not happening. And I just kept repeating, this is not happening. I push open the door. I'm looking at her. I'm looking at him. No, this is not happening. right? And so I just keep saying that. And then he gets up and he approaches towards me, but there's a cork board on the wall next to the door, and he grabs a push pin or a thumbtack, however you say it, out of the cork board and proceeds to like jab at my eye. What, bro? Anyway, I woke up because I didn't want to feel that. But that dream has stayed with me for days now in clarity. And I'm like, what is the message? Now, I don't know if the dream was talking about this Pope, right? But it just kept sitting with me because I'm like, I've never dreamt of this before. And so I went online and I Googled this guy's name, and I Googled, blank assault, and I saw this. So basically, he didn't commit the assault. However, he covered it up. And the victims in that case were about 6 or 7 years old in Peru, so Hispanic girls. And I went, okay, so why do I need to know this? Like, I really need to know this. Like, why am I having this dream? Now, fast forward to last night's dream. Last night, now this is a little hazier and much, much shorter. But last night, I am talking to a friend or something. I'm currently living in Florida. She's currently living in Georgia. And I was telling her about a friend living in another city. That city was Rome. Now, y'all, there is a Rome, Georgia. Like, there really is. Okay? So I knew it was Rome, Georgia. But Rome is what I kept saying by itself. And so I know that that is very clear of a word to be paying attention to. And so we're in Rome, Georgia in the dream. And I look up and I'm seeing the sky. I don't know what time of day it is. Maybe it's dusk or something, like right before day turns into night. But I look up. Sorry, y'all. I look up and I see the sky split in half. So you know how if you've ever been outside during dusk, you will see like some of the daylight blue blending like in a umber. Oh my God, what's the word? I've been trying to find this word and now like it just keeps eluding me. But oh my God, I can't think of it. I want to say amber. That's not even it either. Okay, but anyway, blending. So from that light blue of day until the dark blue of night. And so usually that's what dusk looks like. Like you can literally see like night chasing day away or something. But in this dream, I look up and it is sharp. It is stark difference. It is literally daylight blue and nighttime blue. And so it is divided like a straight vertical line. And I say to my friend, oh my God, look, I've never seen this before. And so we both look up and we see the sky like this. And I don't know what that dream means either. I really don't know what that dream means either. So 2 times, I'm back to back, 2 nights, back to back, I'm having a dream. One about some kind of Catholic clergyman who's supposed to be helping this young girl who she trusted because she didn't approach anybody else, just him. And then this very stark difference of night and day. Like literally a line between night and day. And what does that mean? So what I plan to do is I plan to consult my tools. And I think I'm about to do a live. I've been feeling like I need to. So I'm going to go ahead and follow my intuition. I'm about to do a live to break this down. I don't know if it'll be live. I just might record a video of me consulting my cards to say, hey, what does this dream mean? And actually also sitting in the spirit, leaning into the spirit, so that I can receive messages and see what these dreams mean. What do they mean? I don't know. Maybe that stark contrast is American religion and Catholic religion. I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. Okay, so now that I'm listening back through the video, I'm like really aware that I don't know exactly what that young girl was saying. I don't know exactly what she was saying. Um, so I don't know if it is my mother wasn't there or anything. Especially now looking in context as to what the blemish is on his time in Peru. Maybe she was telling him the story of somebody doing something and he was closing the door to cover up, not to give her away, but you know, let's close the door on this, let's cover up. And then I representing maybe the guy who brought the story forward or whoever it was. Because here's the thing, you got to put everything with an asterisk because you're like, is this white wing setup stuff? Because now they're out here like demonizing him. So I don't know if that's that. Like, is it actually true? Because they're really good at concocting stories. Um, but also, if that is true, then maybe that's who I represented in the dream. It's like, no, we're not covering this up and like throwing the door open. Maybe. I don't know.